and I guess it went all right. However, an inside source claims that Dinty Moore will never be invited back to the White House because he was too gassy. So. You know, it's nights like this I wish we had celebrities in the audience I could introduce to you at home, but we don't. We just don't. Who could I introduce? You know, Paul, from the world of sports?
Wouldn't that be nice?
No, we don't have any here tonight.
No.
This is... All right, hold it, wait a minute. All right, hold it. Thank you. Ken Martin, America's fastest marathon runner, right up there. This is our guitarist, Sid McGinnis. He was in the marathon. Did you see him? Yeah, last year.
I had the same clothes as you.
And where did you finish?
Well, that's where the similarity ends.
Okay, goodbye. Bye, Sid. There you go. Well, now. Drive safely. Good night, everybody. God bless you. You know, on the... Well, you're a busy little fellow over there tonight.
I'm working.
I appreciate it. On the program tonight, Paul Reiser is here, a very funny man, and also has his own TV show. And Jimmy Cliff will be joining us. And the list literally keeps going on and on. We'll have the world's oldest acrobats. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason we've doubled security tonight, Bjorn Nittmo.
What a show, what a show, what a show. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you, Paul. You look terrific.
Thank you. I'm expanding my look.
Now, you know, the next time we see one another here on the magic of television, the miracle of television.
Yeah.
It'll be a whole different set of numbers. It'll be 1990.
That's right.
It'll be January something, 1990.
1990.
That's stunning, isn't it, that we've been doing it this long?
Still, however, the decade won't be over.
No, the decade does not end until the end of 90.
Until the end of 90.
The 80s are over.
Yeah.
80s is over, 80s are over.
The 80s are over,
Doc is here, Doc's not here.
Doc is not here.
And now, and when we come back, what is your pledge for the new year?
I pledge to be just a...
Uniforms for the band, Paul.
All right, uniforms. Uniforms for the band. Now, were you thinking of sending us over to Seville Row and having suits tailored for us?
No, not necessarily, but that might be a look we would see one night.
Yeah.
But like what you're wearing this evening, I think would be acceptable.
For everybody?
Yeah.
That's for everybody?
Yeah, that's for everybody.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Not hats like that.
No, I don't think so, and perhaps no berets, although, Anton, it's nice. It's nice. And have you made any resolutions for the new year?
I haven't as yet. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, yes. More fun salads.
Oh, well.
Let's do our top 10 list. We have such a big show. I have to keep rolling right along here. The category tonight, Manuel Noriega's top 10 New Year's resolutions. You know, Paul, he's down there in the Papal Nunciature
He's down
in Panama City.
He is in the Nunciature there.
Yes, he is.
Not in the Nunciature.
Nunciature. No, he is there.
He is.
He's seeking asylum, I guess, refuge, political asylum, whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, top 10 New Year's resolutions. Number 10, no more declaring war on really big countries. Number 9, call that guy I know it, Jacobian Myers. Number 8, find out if Revlon makes a spackle. Number 7. Number 7, send Hallmark's most expensive friendship card to President Bush. Here's a good one. Number 6, get New York City taxi license. There you go. Number 5, find a travel agent who can work a little faster. Number 4, get in touch with my last friend in the world, Nikolai Ceausescu. Too late, pal. Friends of the Ceausescus, were you? Number 3, when all this is over, send Pope a thank you kilo. Number 2. Number 2, don't trust anybody talking about a kinder, gentler nation. And Manuel Noriega's number 1 New Year's resolution, make reservations for hell. That's cute. See, that's very cute. Very cute. We're talking about resolutions, and then we have revolution. Very cute.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Always thinking. I appreciate that.
Thank you for noticing. Busy work over here.
More fun salads for the 90s.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
You know, I have this car phone that the staff gave me for Christmas.
We all chipped in for that.
Yeah, I know. How much, by the way, did you chip in?
I put in, I think, either
paid for the
10
dial tone.
or $20. I'm not
Really?
exactly sure.
Thank you very much. How terribly
Sure.
generous.
Thank you.
Salvation Army got more from you.
Well, there are so many.
Now, you know
there
what
are
it's
so
done?
many in need this holiday season.
So now what it's done, it's made my life a little more easy. On the other hand, it's also made the work of the Connecticut Highway Patrol much easier. Because when I'm speeding, they just phone now.
I see. Phone in the summons.
That's right. They don't have to get out of the car. They don't have to flag me down. No messing around with roadblocks.
Good.
Here we go. Our viewer mail, ladies and gentlemen. We've been answering our viewer mail Friday night for the last Number 1, Dear Dave, The Tonight Show had its biggest audience many years ago with the Tiny Tim marriage episode. Has there ever been a wedding on your show? Your pal, Reverend G, Roland Heights, California. This is a great letter. Unfortunately, Reverend, we've never really had a wedding on the show. However, we are doing something very special tonight that I think is really going to boost the ratings pretty good. For the first time ever on network televisions, one of our stagehands, Al Marr, is going to get his fishing license.
As county clerk, it gives me great pleasure to give you this permit, which allows you to fish anywhere in New York State.
Thanks, Your Grace. This is the proudest day of my life.
Nice job, Al. Thank you very much. This is how it was rehearsed all damn day. Thank you, Your Highness. And you changed it to Your Grace?
I slipped up a little.
Oh, you slipped up a little. Good Lord. I can hardly wait for the 90s. Dear Dave, number 2 begins, I just moved into a new apartment and I'm having trouble taping your show with my VCR. I think that the problem has something to do with the decoder box. Can you tell me the proper way to hook up a VCR to a TV with a decoder box? Joe Wolf, Coconut Creek, Florida. Sounds like a lovely community, doesn't it, Paul? Paul?
It sounds like that, exactly like that, yeah.
Already planning the uniforms, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, sure, Joe, I understand your frustration. Hooking up a VCR can be quite complicated. Let me show you what I found to be true in the case when you're trying to hook it up. Really, there's only one thing to remember. You have to take the input from the VCR and make sure that that's hooked up to the output from the decoder box, and then that will, no, wait a minute, that's wrong. No. It comes from the decoder box, the output, into the input of the VCR, and, you know, I'm not sure now, but it's just these 2 cables, and I'm just going to go ahead and hook these up here.
This was a dramatization to show you what can happen if you screw around with cable equipment. Remember, the only person authorized to change wiring on a converter box is a technician from your local cable company. Never attempt it yourselves, unless, of course, you're one of those electronics geeks. Now back to Donnie the Joke Boy and his late-night comedy carnival.
Thank you, Your Highness. through the magic of television becomes, thank you, Your Grace. Letter number 3. Dear Dave, is Will Lee's instrument even plugged in? Will Lee, of course, is our fine bass player and the wealthiest man in show business. The letter continues, I think he's faking it. Please check into this and get back to me. Curious, Brian J. Bancroft, Laguna Beach, California, also a lovely community. Will, what's the deal? Is your instrument plugged in there?
Yeah, Brian, my instrument's plugged in. If you don't believe me, just ask your wife.
Hi, Bob. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Tom.
Thanks for coming by. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. They were doing that backstage,
Get a little
too.
thing there.
On behalf of all of us at NBC, I'd like to present you with this Humanitas Award
Oh, thank you.
for giving other members of your staff the opportunity to make cheap jokes about a certain part of the male anatomy. I think you know what I mean. The Johnson, the old rattlesnake, the Jones, the python, the power cable, the tool, the plow horse.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert C. Wright. Thank you very much for dropping by.
Country Pride, the Big Dipper, the old Remington, Judge Roy Bean, the Swizzle Stick, the Big Noise from Winnetka.
So far, it's going better than we ever dreamed it would.
Very entertaining.
Did you see that memo, by the way, from the NBC News people?
No, what was that?
Beginning Monday, Deborah Norville is Debbie Norville.
Really? That came out officially?
I have to call her Debbie from now on.
I'll be glad to call
Debbie Norville. Yeah, I thought that was odd. They'd put in a memo out like that.
Interesting, yeah.
Letter number 4. More fun salads. Dear Dave, what were you arguing about and with who as you made your entrance on your November 29th show? Hope there isn't a bloodless coup in progress, signed a concerned viewer, Richard Paxco, Ludlow, Massachusetts. You know, I remember this night, Richard. I was furious. The deal was somebody had broken a promise to me that they had made, and believe me, you're right, all hell broke loose. In fact, when I think about it now, my blood really starts to boil. You lying weasel, I'll have your job for this. You're ruined. I'm telling you, that pizza took 40 minutes to get here, and I'm not paying for it.
You're nuts! I got here in 25 minutes. Pay up, deadbeat.
Deadbeat? Who you calling deadbeat? Get back in that truck. You'll be delivering balloons to parties when I get
I'm not proud of that behavior. That's it. That's our viewer mail. That's the last segment of mail for the 80s. We'll be right back with Paul Reiser. Program. We have a fine television program for you, coming right into your own home there at no cost to you. Our first guest is one of the stars of the comedy series My Two Dads, right here on NBC. What night is that on, Morty? Huh? Huh? Wednesday night, right here on NBC. Thank you, Your Highness. Please welcome back to this program, Paul Reiser. Paul? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being with us.
Well, it's certainly my pleasure to see you.
The
Dr.
end of the
Letterman.
80s.
The end of the 80s.
Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy New Year. It's just, there's too many things going on this week. You don't know how to greet people. Happy holidays. When people send cards, it's always a big dilemma, you know, because people send Christmas cards, and some people you want to send Hanukkah cards, and then you don't want to get too religious either way. So people have developed this thing of happy holidays or season's greetings. I don't know what this means. It's greetings. It's not even happy. It's just, how are you? That's basically it. It's a greeting. It's that. And season
could apply to any of the 4 seasons.
Exactly, but you get it in the winter, which basically just to remind you that it's winter. It's sort of a vague salute to winter is what it is now. It's just a reminder to your friends that it's cold. That's the whole thing, you know. So you get cards, you know, from our family to your family, take a sweater. That's it, you know. It's just, May your family and your loved ones salt the walk. That's basically what it is. Just to remember that it's winter. That's
But you
all.
know, if that is what it's coming to, even that wouldn't be a bad idea. What I mean, because it's a nice, friendly sentiment.
Well, yeah, but then you should get them all the time. You know,
Well,
like
that's true.
in July, you know, check the air conditioning. But you don't get cards. It's only this season. You know, I like autumn a lot. I don't get a card. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just look outside. It's autumn. Thank you for the reminder.
Now, you're spending some time here, obviously spending a few minutes in
I'm
town.
spending as little as I can. No, it's crazy. I mean, you go outside. This is the week to be in Rockefeller Center to see the tree. Have you seen it? You have to see the tree.
Of course I saw the tree.
It's a beautiful
It's
tree.
like 100 yards from here. Of course I've seen the tree.
Well, you're a busy man. You
can't
walk
miss the
out a
tree.
lot of times.
We
you walk
had
with
a
your head
big
down.
Christmas party a week ago on the skating rink down there, and that's really where you should see the tree.
Did you
From
skate?
that vantage. Of course we skated. Yeah.
Well, no, you specifically.
Yes, I skated.
That's all I'm asking.
I have guys who move me around the ice.
Did you have professional
Ice
skates?
guys.
Because you can get those you know, the double
The dual
blades.
runners? No,
the
I
Hans
didn't have
Brinker
the
kind.
No, I didn't have the little Hans Brinker deals.
All right, a lot of times if you don't want to do the actual skating, you can get those the little pallets on your feet.
I know,
and then
no, I didn't
hefty
have
guys
those.
will push it,
Yeah.
but you didn't. That's all.
Yeah.
Not making any.
At one time, there was talk of me being drafted by the Blackhawks.
Really?
Yeah.
But then they
Never
sort of-
happened, no.
I see.
I decided I wanted to be TV boy, so I came to New York.
And you happy now?
Yeah, I'm
See,
very
it
happy
worked
now.
out well.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. I just love seeing everybody outside. It's amazing. This is the only tree.
By the
worth
way,
it-
I'm
what?
sorry I
I
interrupted.
segued there. No, I'm moving.
No, forgive me.
I went without you. It was
It's our
great.
last show of the decade.
Go for it.
I'm sorry.
Is that it? So
I'll
I
be
could
quiet.
stay on. I could be the last guest of the
Oh,
decade.
sure you could.
I won't, but I'm saying if, say I decided to put on some sort of, you know, exercise of
A filibuster.
a filibuster,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, well, there's not a chance in hell of that happening. Now,
So sort of stick to my little times
yeah,
and get
please
my
do.
little jokes in.
Yeah, do your
I
little
see.
skit and get out. I'm sorry, I don't know.
I'm sorry,
forgive
maybe we
me,
can just
Paul.
go over some of those
we're
Black
fine.
Hawk
Here-
references.
here we-
that took a big bite.
Here
right
we
there.
go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I was going to mention, and of course it has less import now, was the whole Black Hawk skating thing. I felt okay with it. I want to say that I felt good. You took it a different way.
Okay, now we're back
But
to
it
the
was good.
tree. You brought up the tree. That's where we all went south.
That's why I'm trying to steer clear of that
okay.
tree now.
Yeah.
No, the tree, it's a beautiful tree, and it's just, to me, I think that's, for a tree growing up, it's like the main gig to get. This is like, you know, to be in Rockefeller,
Oh,
so
yeah.
every tree, I think,
Yeah.
you know, in Vermont grows up and says, I just want to make it in the Big
Yeah,
Apple. You know,
something
the
to shoot
lights,
for.
sure.
Yeah.
The tinsel, the lights, it's a, you know, it's a lot of competition to get that tree.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
if you
I would
realize.
think so.
A lot of competitive bark stabbing to get, you know, to go on it. And what's amazing, though, it's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excuse me. He interrupted with the Black Hawk story. I had a momentum going. You would have enjoyed that little bark stabbing reference if not for his Black Hawk reference.
Yeah, but you don't
So don't
understand.
fool me. This is the man you want to talk to. I'm
Before
sorry?
the show, I passed out favors, so they're going to be on our side.
That's right. And you're here next year, and I'm not necessarily.
You're welcome here any night of the week.
Really?
Yeah.
Any decade.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Let's do it. I tell you what. Let's do a commercial, and then
come back.
we'll come back more and talk more about the big skating party we have. Paul Reiser, obviously here. Jimmy Cliff will be joining us, the world's oldest acrobats, and from the New York Giants, place kicker Bjorn Nittmo. It's fun to say,
I
Bjorn
remember
Nittmo.
just for that reason.
Now, here's the question you get a lot this time of year, and I don't think it makes as much sense as it one time might have in the American scheme of things, but New Year's resolutions, do you make them?
I do, but you know, everybody makes them, and then they get disappointed because the next year they fail, and then they're miserable. So I think the way to do it is because every year you look at all the things you want to change about your life, and then you go, geez, you know, it's overwhelming. You go, if I'm going to change all that, I might as well change my name, move to another country. You know, it's just too many things that you don't like.
Yeah.
So the way to do it, and then you get depressed when you fail. So make resolutions that you feel you can accomplish. And I made a list. I just
I think
jotted.
that's a good point.
Yeah, because that way, even, you know, it may not be a big deal, but you've done it and you feel good about yourself. For instance, I decided 1990, you know, it's funny you mentioned because I
jotted
had a
them
thing.
down,
I
yeah.
did. Because you want to do things, I did. Mention Blackhawks. No, that's yours. Wait a second. No, so for instance, 1990, I decided is the year that I personally am going to eat less mango. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I don't enjoy mango in the first place, so it's no skin off my back. You know what I mean?
You'll feel better when you accomplish that.
Exactly. I know I can do it. This is the year I'm going to see less of Europe and stay in this country every day.
Spend more time in the United States.
Exactly, and not travel. That's my goal for this year, because otherwise you say, oh, I forgot to get to Europe.
And then you feel terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah. The pressure.
The pressure, exactly. My point is a whole list.
The burden of personal failure.
You're exactly with me on this, Dave. I'm just going to give you a big wet kiss right now in front of the whole thing. Just to sort of put a stop to this right now. So, Dave, not in a sexual way, just in an annoying way. So...
How could it be anything else coming from you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things. I know. I'm very excited because Mr. Nittmo is
I understand. Believe me. I'm going to sit right here for Nittmo.
All right, let's go on. I'm sorry, Paul.
There's a very good chance that these will all fall straight to hell. Can I tell you that? This may go right into trial. But there are many things that I promised.
Right.
A lot of things that are not necessarily bad habits, but things you weren't going to do anyway. For instance, I decided in 1990 I'm going to write no books slandering or blaspheming the people of Islam. I feel for me that's, a smart move.
Yeah, it is a good move.
And at no point will I put on a pair of buckskin lederhosen and sing Jerry Vale songs. Because I feel it's not something I'm not going to do it anyway.
That's
so
right.
again, the year comes,
yeah.
I succeeded.
Because who needs the pressure of personal failure?
Exactly my point, David.
Yeah.
Now, there are many other resolutions that you make, things that you don't have, they're not bad for you, but you want to cut them out because they annoy other people. For instance, I decided 1990, that's the year I'm going to stop pointing out the fact that the human body cannot fully digest corn. See? No, a lot of people, because exactly my point, it's annoying. So why bring it up? You see what I'm saying? There are many other things. These are exactly why I want to cut them out. You're exactly along my thinking. Now, there's another thing that I want to cut out.
Thank God you jotted them down.
I did. No, but there are a lot of things. It's not an important one. But you know what? When you drive in somebody else's car, and like they're opening the door inside for you, and you're on the outside, so they're reaching the handle at the same point, you're pulling the handle, and the pulls kind of cancel each other out.
Exactly.
And you spend half an hour going, no, let go of yours, let go of yours. I'm going to stop that in 1990. That's
waste of energy. Good for you.
It's annoying. It's very annoying.
Let's see. My two dads on Wednesday night, and things there are going very well for you.
Can I summarize what didn't work?
Well, maybe on your own time. Here we go. Now, you don't feel I've ruined your appearance, do you?
No. I think you...
In fact, right now, let me go on record and invite you back one free one. Come back.
As opposed to getting paid for it.
Yeah, no, we'll pay you for it. Just come back. And no risk to you.
And no risk to me?
Yeah,
I'd like to see that happen, but I'll be here.
And I'll just keep my mouth shut and you go on with your little resolution. All right?
But what to say I'm back in April? There's no resolutions.
Okay. Paul Reiser, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back in April. Nice to see you, Paul. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. On Monday, ladies and gentlemen, the program will have Sonny Bono, Teresa Russell. Right there, that's reason to live. Teresa Russell will be on the show on Monday, and also Randy Newman. This sounded like a pretty good show, eh, Morty? Yeah, it was a very good show. And coming up in this half hour, let's see, Jimmy Cliff is going to be here. The world's oldest acrobats, Rinaldi and Karina, will be joining us. And Bjorn Nittmo, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're at home and you're saying to yourself, geez, we're just sick and tired of seeing Bjorn Nittmo on talk shows, well, let me mention something. He's going to be drilling footballs into the audience, all right? And I think we all know just how painful that can be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last program of the decade for us. So at this time, I would like to bring in a man who started the decade with us to help us usher in the brand new one. Please say hello to our good friend, Larry Bud. Larry, did you get a chance to say hello to Mr. Nittmo?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, see that you,
Maybe later.
See that you do. He's here with Mrs. Nittmo.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah. Quite the ladies' man. Well, Larry, it's been a great decade, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been wonderful, Dave.
Larry is now going to read to you folks a special pledge prepared to explain this show's mission for the 1990s. Are you ready, Larry?
Yes, Dave, I have it right here.
Please read the pledge.
Could I have some special lighting, please? Thank you. We pledge skill, efficiency, and cleanliness in our pursuit of excellence. We promise to use no fillers or artificial ingredients or coloring. We pledge to inspect each carcass for insect larvae and gangrene. We pledge to afford our animals clean pens and a high quality of life, right up to the moment when we end their sorry lives with a rap on their head from a steel mallet.
Larry, you know, I'm sorry, but Larry, I don't think that sounds like the pledge that we had in mind.
Oh, my God. This is from my day job at the meat plant.
Oh, no. It's a mix-up.
Yes. I've blown the end of the decade.
Oh, no.
I'm a moron.
Yeah, well.
I single-handedly jinxed the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm a hopeless fool.
Yeah, okay. Larry, how about a song?
Oh, I'd love to, Dave.
All right, thank you very much.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of old anxiety? Good night, everybody. Love each other in the 90s.
I have got to switch to that medicated Tegrin. Look at this. It's confetti-sized dandruff. Our next guest is one of the pioneers of reggae music and the star of the film classic The Harder They Come. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, and kids of all ages, is his latest album entitled Images. Please welcome back to the program, Jimmy Cliff.
Well, it seems like I'm falling in your trap again, and it seems like I'm wearing the same old pain. But good must conquer evil, and truth will set me free. So you see that somewhere I have found the key. Yes, you see that somewhere I have found the key. Well, it seems like I've been sleeping in your bed too long, and it seems like you've been planning to do me wrong. But evil concentrated must be disintegrated. So you see that I'll be walking out again. Yes, you see that I'll be walking out again. And you're trapped. Ooh, yeah. Trapped. Ooh, yeah. Trapped. Ooh, yeah. Talking about trapped. Ooh, yeah. Seems like I've been playing the game for much too long, and it seems the game I've played have made you strong. But when this game is over, I won't end up the loser, and you know that I'll be walking out again. Just know that I'll be walking out again. And you're trapped. Ooh, yeah. Trapped. Ooh, yeah. Trapped. Ooh, yeah. Talking about trapped. Ooh, yeah.
By the way, by the next time you see us, we'll have a new set. Is that right? Brand new set. So that'll be something exciting for the 90s. Our next guest is the only Bjorn Nittmo in the New Jersey phone book. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome place kicker for the New York Giants, Bjorn Nittmo. Things turned out to be pretty good for you and the Giants this year, didn't they?
Well,
so far so good.
At least after draft.
Yeah. How did you get the job?
Kicking the ball.
All right. He don't start. But you originally were not going to be with the Giants, and then what happened?
Well, you know, I just came in and kicked and did my job and took over.
Yeah, that's right. But who was the kicker of the first choice, and then he was injured, hurt himself?
Yeah.
Who was that? Raul Allegre. That's right. So he hurt himself. You came in and took over and had the job ever since. Yeah. Are you going to continue with the team?
Well, you know, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
You know?
Where are you from?
Sweden.
Sweden. Is Nittmo a common Swedish name?
No, I'm the only one.
You're the only Nittmo in Sweden?
Yeah, it's a
well,
made-up name.
you'd be a proud man for that alone. Had you played much football in Sweden?
No, I, as a matter of fact, played my first game, or saw my first game that I played it.
Is that right? Yeah. And where was that?
In Enterprise, Alabama.
So you played college football in Alabama?
No, high school.
High school?
Yeah.
And then you went on to play college ball there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you successful immediately as a kicker?
Well, it took me a couple of the games to get a hold of what I was supposed to do, but after, 5 games, I took over.
Do you know anything at all about football?
Well, I'm trying to pick up, a little bit how you throw the ball. And...
The truth of the matter is you could do what you do in street clothes, couldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah, you would save uniform money on you.
I know it.
Now, have you ever you've been dumped? You ever had anybody run into you? Ever been in contact?
It happens,
Yeah.
You just...
And how do you feel about that?
Oh, it's all right. I like to hit people, when I get a chance.
All right, we're going to kick some here. You ready? Let's go. Stand by, Anton. Now, we have the protective netting, all right? Now, do you want me to hold for you?
Well, if you can.
Is there a secret to holding?
Yeah.
All right, how do I do that?
Stay on the right side on me.
Stay on the right side of you?
No, left side.
Left side.
That's the right side on me.
Okay, now, and how do I hold it?
Just put the ball down.
Right?
Just like that. Put your fingers on it.
You don't want me to put my foot under there?
No, and lean it a little bit like that.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. Now, you kick with your shoe off, huh?
No, I keep my shoes on, but I don't kick in these shoes. I have, special shoes.
Oh, those are his very special shoes.
Where I went to school, at Appalachian State, we can
ruin
afford
his
it.
street shoes. Here we go. Anton, get ready, folks. Protect yourselves. Here we go. What's the longest one you've ever kicked?
39 in pro.
39? Okay. Taking a run at it. Here we go. This one's for the kids. There it is. Yeah. Get on the other. All right, come on. Good, the ball. There you go. This is all for charity.
This is for Ball State Cardinals.
Bjorn Nittmo, ladies and gentlemen. I got one. I could do that. I've got the leg for that.
You definitely
I
have.
could do that. I have a feel for that.
Got a nice
I
one in
could
there.
do it.
Yeah, you could.
Our next guests met and married in 1936, and for the next 52 years, they toured England with their act. I could do that. These folks have come out of retirement now to brighten our holidays. Please welcome the world's oldest acrobats, Rinaldi and Karina. Kids? How do you do? Looked like you were going over for a chest X-ray.
Yes, you're right.
Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. How did the two of you meet years and years ago?
I worked in England, you know.
Yes.
And I was in a baker's shop there.
Right.
And then he came up to London, where I was, and he was in a butcher shop. And he used to come over there for cups of tea.
I see.
Are you listening?
And how did you get together as performers?
Well, he had done it before, and he asked me if I'd like to have a try.
I see.
So,
And do you enjoy working with him?
yeah, mostly.
And when was the last time the two of you appeared professionally?
1957-58. When all the theaters
EastEnders.
closed.
Yeah.
EastEnders we did in
Recently?
May.
In May. I see.
And it went out in June.
So now may I ask how old you are and how old your husband is?
I'm 73. He's
73.
81.
81 years old.
Yeah.
Now,
81 is still going strong. Dear old England.
now do you find that is it easy to be an acrobat? It's never easy to be acrobats, is it? But I would think, is it harder at 81 and 79? It must be, of course.
Well, we don't do so much.
Don't do so much. Don't do as much as we used to.
And I guess you're going to show us a little of the performance
we
here
will.
tonight. All right,
We will.
are we ready to see this? Okay, the world's oldest acrobats, Rinaldi and Karina. Take it away, kids. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you. Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Yes, that's plenty. Thank you. Good night, everybody.